You could say they promised and they delivered. I'm talking about opening up the budgets of the National Assembly. Now, on several occasions since the inception of the 8th Assembly, the Senate President had promised that the National Assembly would open up its budget for public scrutiny. Now, this was after repeated calls by pressure groups for the National Assembly to open up its expenditure plan for the year. The National Assembly took some people by surprise during the week.
At long last, the National Assembly has finally made public details of its budget for 2017. The National Assembly released the details of the budget at the same time when lawmakers deliberated on the 2017 national budget. There were repeated calls from civil society organizations and individuals from across the country, demanding that the National Assembly open up its books to show its annual expenditure plan for each year. These calls even brought about a hashtag Open NASS. The Kaduna State Governor, Nasiru El-Rufai, entered into the discourse when he challenged the National Assembly to open its books and show Nigerians its expenditure plan.
The National Assembly budget is one line. It's over 100 billion consistently for the last 10 years or so, without the citizens of Nigeria, or anyone for that matter, knowing the breakdown of that budget. Not even the members of the National Assembly know how that 100 billion is spent. And the National Assembly leadership has been promising for months that they will publish this. So what is so controversial or blackmailing about me saying that publish the details of your budget? I was invited to a retreat which they hosted in Kaduna with their civil servants, and I saw an opportunity to reiterate the call of most Nigerians that they should publish the details of their budget. There is so much out there about the salaries and allowances of the National Assembly, which many of us do not believe to be true. There is an international magazine that published the salaries and allowances of Nigeria's National Assembly members as the highest in the world. I don't believe those numbers, but the only way my suspicion, one way or the other, whether to believe or not, can be dealt with summarily is to publish the details. Let us see the details. What is wrong with that? These are public funds.
The National Assembly finally released its budget of 125 billion naira, an increase from the 115 billion naira proposed by President Buhari. In the breakdown of the National Assembly budget, the sum of 31.3 billion is appropriated for the Senate, 49.05 billion for the House of Representatives, 14.9 billion for the management of the National Assembly, while the sum of 4.3 billion is appropriated at the National Legislative Institute.
This is the first time we've had public hearing as part of the process of the 2017 Appropriation Act. The level of engagements and contribution of the civil society has played a part in making this budget a different and a remarkable one. Another first we achieved is seeing that the line-by-line details of the budget was laid down along with the bill. Again, this is a great achievement on the part of us, and I commend you all. Another first we've achieved is making the budget of the National Assembly available to the public, which has been an issue for a long time. I'm very proud of what you've all been able to achieve, and we do hope this budget of recovery that we believe has reflected equity, it has ensured efficiency and adequate resources to all relevant sectors, will go a long way in helping Nigerians to come out of the economic recession and create growth.
Other highlights of the National Assembly budgets include: in the Senate, the sum of 1.856 billion is appropriated for the salary and wages of lawmakers, 4.430 billion naira for capital expenditure, while 25.111 billion is appropriated for total overhead cost. In the House of Representatives, the sum of 4.923 billion naira is appropriated for the salary and wages of lawmakers, 4.493 billion naira for capital expenditure, and 39.6 billion naira for overhead cost. Legislative aides in both chambers will be paid the sum of 9.6 billion naira.